A delicious flaky pastry outside and a wonderful spinach and cheese filling. Perfect for lunch or for making for parties. You're going to love these. Let's make some spinach and feta triangles on the One Pot Chef. We'll start by making the filling. I've got my big pot out and I've just put a little bit of olive oil in there, and over a medium heat we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of crushed garlic, about 2 cloves worth, and 1 small brown onion, just roughly chopped up. And we're just going to stir this for about 2 to 3 minutes or until the onions have softened. Onions are softening up nicely, so we're going to add in our spinach. Now we need about 2 bunches of spinach, just the leaves. Now I'm cheating and using leaves out of a salad bag, so it's about 300 grams worth, but whichever you choose to do, this is just a bit of a time saver. Now this looks like way too much, but just remember that the spinach leaves are going to wilt down as they cook. So we're just going to give them a bit of a press down and stir them about a bit. And after about 6 minutes, they'll have nicely wilted down. They'll have wilted down and be about a quarter of the size. As you can see, the spinach has wilted down quite a bit, so we can turn the heat off. And we're just going to transfer this into a colander or a strainer and allow any excess liquid to strain off, and just leave it there for about 10 minutes to cool. Once our spinach mixture has cooled and drained, we've just transferred it into a mixing bowl, and to that I'm adding in 100 grams of feta cheese, which I've just crumbled up. A little splash of lemon juice. Season with some salt and some pepper, and just stir that all together. Looks good and smells delicious. We're just going to set this aside while we start sorting out our pastry. I'm using Filo pastry today. Now the important thing to remember when using Filo pastry is once it's thawed out, it will dry out very quickly, so it's important to keep it covered with a damp tea towel or dish rag. Make sure it's clean, and I mean damp, not wet, so it shouldn't be sopping wet, just enough to make sure the pastry doesn't dry out. I've got 1 sheet of Filo here, and I'm just going to brush it all over very gently with some melted butter. Put a second sheet of Filo on top of the first one, and then put some more melted butter over that. And then the same again with a third sheet of the Filo. And using a sharp knife, we're just going to cut this into 3 long strips of pastry. I put a tablespoon of our spinach mixture into the corner of one. I'm just going to fold it over to make a little triangle, and then just keep folding over, making a triangle each time until it's all wrapped up. Brush each triangle with some more of that butter, and then place it onto a tray lined with some non-stick baking paper, and then just continue on with the rest. I'm just making 3 for the moment. I'm going to save the mixture and make some more later. In the meantime, these are ready to go into the oven. Preheated oven, 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes or until they're golden and crisp. And here we have our completed spinach and feta filos, and I've just cut one open just to show you what it looks like on the inside. I cannot wait to jump in and have a taste. Yum. That pastry is beautiful and light and flaky. And that lovely filling, the spinach and the feta and the garlic and the onions, all works very well together. You can serve these hot or cold with salad and have it for lunch. You can make little triangles, serve them as appetizers or for a party. There's so many options. Give it a go. I'm glad you will really enjoy it, I guarantee it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later. Can't remember what they're called. Spinach and feta triangles. Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing.